Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer on hashing and the puzzle. Today we're demystifying a concept that sounds, well, kind of intimidating, but it's actually fascinating once you really break it down. We're looking at the core mechanism driving Bitcoin mining. And spoiler alert, it's not about supercomputers solving genius-level math on a chalkboard. The reality is actually way simpler than that. At the heart of Bitcoin mining is a puzzle that takes trillions of guesses. Let us unpack what miners are actually solving. Okay, let's dive into this. To really get this puzzle, we just need to wrap our heads around one specific tool, and that's the hash function. Think of a hash function as basically a giant digital scrambler. You can feed it literally any piece of data, a single number, a word, or even an entire encyclopedia, and it instantly scrambles it into a fixed length, completely random and totally unpredictable string of characters. We call that scrambled output a hash. But here's the absolutely crucial point. It is a strict one-way street. There's no way you can look at that scrambled output and work backward to figure out the original input. There are absolutely no complex math equations to reverse engineer here. None. If you want to find an input that gives you a specific output, you literally just have to keep guessing different inputs until you get lucky. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what that process feels like. I want you to picture a standard padlock, the kind with the little number dials. Step 1, you spin the dials to a completely random guess. That right there is your input. Step 2, you pull on the lock to see if it actually opens. In mining terms, you're looking at the resulting hash to see if it's the winner. Step 3, if the lock stays shut, well, you immediately spin those dials again. It's pure rapid trial and error. Picture those dials spinning in an absolute blur, clicking, checking, failing, and just spinning again. That is exactly what these massive mining computers are doing round the clock. So this physical lock translates perfectly to the digital puzzle. Just like you'd rapidly spin those physical dials to find a winning combination, miners are rapidly changing their digital inputs. They're trying to get the hash function to spit out a very specific scrambled result. More specifically, they need the resulting hash to fall mathematically below a certain target number, which in plain English basically just means they're looking for a hash that starts with a whole bunch of zeros. And because the hash output is completely random every single time you change the input even a tiny bit, you simply can't predict what guess will give you those zeros. So finding a hash below that target, it's achieved purely through relentless, high-speed trial and error. So the next time you hear about the massive scale and power of the Bitcoin network, just picture that simple combination lock spinning away. No shortcuts, just relentless guessing. That's the hashing puzzle at the core of mining. But honestly, it kind of makes you wonder, right? If the entire security of a trillion-dollar network relies on nothing but blind, relentless guessing, what exactly does that tell us about the future of digital trust?